Like you just said.
Yeah,
normally-
that's your post, yeah.
I tried to go.
I'll be honest. Well,
Yeah, we done?
Yeah, I saw my parents.
You know, maybe you meant the area that.
So, when I show you your girlfriend's here out there. No, I saw my Jeep and come back.
What's that?
And I saw my Jeep out there.
Yeah, we gotta.
I guess we'll go through.
We'll talk about it.
Yes.
But I just wanted to show this ground.
The 20.
We all like
I know.
flat roof.
Some of this stuff changes on some of these other.
Sure, when we get out
And
and
this
buy.
guy here,
Try to
this one.
We're going through, you think everything cheap. Right out. They jumped out the car. They-
don't need to tell me, I got it.
And then the GPS,
I'm reading material here now.
the GPS took us to the Hollow Tunnel. And I don't like tunnels.
No.
Oh, why tunnels?
Let's go. You ready? Everybody ready? All right, we'll do the pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Very good.
Did you turn on your?
Forget the two. Oh Lord, as we gather this day to do the important business for the people of the village of Owego, grant us wisdom, compassion, and understanding. Amen.
All right, first item is public comment. Anybody have anything? Okay, that's quick. Next item is the code enforcement officer. Talk about that, Jeff? I don't know. You all got the email, right? Well, except Rusty.
You get smoke signals?
Did somebody get you the information, Rusty?
I got information from Jeff earlier.
It really needs to be full-time, but that's up to you guys. I showed everybody where if we make him full-time and increase his salary to 40 grand, no benefits, he doesn't need any medical benefits or anything else. He's willing to do it for 40. He's doing it 19 hours now for 30.
Let's see, so Delta
You go to 40.
$10,000 to get to 40.
And how much was?
Sounds like a bad deal for him.
I know, how much was it you make?
Well, yeah, it is a union.
30.
It's a union title.
No, itchy.
Itchy?
Oh, it's.
He doesn't want them.
Jeff, what was it you making when he left? 40 something?
Itch was making almost 47.
With
Plus
benefits?
benefits?
Just under
Plus
47.
plus
benefits.
Plus benefits, yeah.
I know Ed sent me an email saying he was worried that eventually, I guess the plan with OHPC, you're gonna need a historic planner or
Right,
something.
preservation.
I don't know what the actual title is, but
Yeah, that's
then he was worried about finding money for that too. I don't know when that'll happen or.
Well, I think it's more important for, can I talk?
Yes.
I think it's more important for the code enforcement officer for you to get that as a full-time. And,
Right. And I don't know how much you'd actually need a planner for.
I think that that's something that is desirable, but not necessary. Let's just put it that way.
Okay.
Yeah, we can do our job without it, but
Okay.
I really think the village really needs a full-time code enforcement officer.
Even raising his salary to 40, what Sydney and I came up with, would still be $10,000 or $12,000 if we had put it towards just planner or whatever for them.
So I guess
I'm sorry.
my only thing with what Cindy came up with is this sustainable? Right, I mean, she came up with money because the way she got the money was, we budgeted a 15% increase for health insurance. This year, it only increased 8.2%, so that was an extra 16,000. And then two of our new hires, one is it single coverage and one is on his parents' plan.
Right.
So that saved us money, like $22,000 there. So I guess my concern is if that scenario changes, how do we
I'd have to figure out a way to,
keep them full-time, I guess?
I think you're gonna have, with the DRI coming down, I think that there's going to be so much work that you're gonna have to figure out a way of financing it, either now or in the
Right.
future.
Yeah, no, he's gonna be busy. He's very busy.
I mean, I can't guarantee that, I will do my best to keep my budget at a zero increase like I have been doing, but, I mean, I can't guarantee that's gonna happen between prices for asphalt and whatever, electricity.
Go ahead.
Once he's full-time, will he be a union employee?
Yes, well, it's a union position, he can choose not to join the union, but it is a union position.
Will that have an effect, as he decides to do this now for no health insurance later, when he's union,
He does not have to take like health insurance.
I'm just saying later when he's the union, that he or the union can say that he is supposed to have that.
Well, they can say he's supposed to have it, but he doesn't have to have it if he doesn't want it, if he opts not to get it.
What's,
The only thing that they could say is we have to give him some sort of compensation for not taking it.
and I'm not trying to steal your thunder, that's where I was going, I was kind of looking at Bob, not the bylaw, but what's it say? I mean, if he does go that way, that's my biggest fear. Yeah, we say, yeah, because it makes all the common sense in the world to definitely bring him on full time, but is it a gotcha later on?
Yeah, he would be entitled to all the benefits of the union contract, which would include health insurance, if he wanted it.
And what's the delta, Rod, not to put you on the spot, from the full-time wage, including the benefit? How much delta?
That's good, 20,000 at least.
See, that's my,
But see, his wife works for the village and she's getting benefits.
okay, peace. I mean, I just,
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay, so he's already got,
Yeah, yeah, they both wouldn't be getting them, so.
okay. I just,
She's
you know,
working on EMT.
I just, 20K is 20K.
Right.
They both.
I don't know what the risk is, Bob. Can you come back and they say, hey, by the way, all right, it says that we.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the union or the employee can come back and say, it turns out I need health insurance. I want this health insurance, whatever happens, who knows what could happen in the future. Maybe we could do a side agreement with the union, a memorandum of agreement that would authorize this increased salary in exchange for a waiver of all the other benefits. It would be kind of addendum to the collective bargaining agreement for this particular job.
I mean, thanks for clarifying that, Bob. Jeff, you know me, I'm not trying to hold it
No,
up.
I know.
I'd rather have something that holds us to the way, like Bob
I
explained,
understand.
before we say, here you go, because that 20K to me is a risk. And I'm not trying to hold it up, you guys, at all. I just,
I think so as it stands,
Clarify.
chances are that he won't go for it because he already has it through his wife, which is on the same.
yeah,
But they probably trying to get him split up and
I'd rather be safe than sorry. If you don't mind, Bob, if you could just go with the waiver, I would, then I'd vote. I'd vote for full time. And I don't think we can do a contingent on a vote without the waiver first.
probably not.
Okay.
Can we do that? Can we
I-
vote it contingent on the waiver, or is that?
I would negotiate the waiver first to see.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So there already is something. This is the union thing? The agreement?
Yes.
Yeah. So there already is a clause in the agreement that says an employee who declines enrollment in the insurance plan shall receive an annual payment of $3,500 for family plan or $2,500 for individual.
Known as a buyout, usually.
So 43.5,
Yeah.
right? Not 40.
So would you want to offer this in with no buyout, no health insurance, just straight $40,000 salary?
I'll go back to you. Your recommendation is my recommendation, if it's in writing, it's in a T&C, if you will, I say we do the 3,500, and it's cleaner, right? Isn't it? Versus a waiver?
It's cleaner to offer them the buyout.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I prefer, but I don't know, what's your opinion?
Are you saying reduce his salary by 3,500?
No, give the 40 plus the 3,500 because it's in the agreement now, if that's correct. Versus do a waiver and you just pay him the 40K.
That's at the employee's option. So the employee can either take the buyout or take the health insurance.
Right.
So if we don't do the waiver,
We gotta
he
do
could,
it.
he could take the buyout and then change his mind later, and then once again, take the health insurance. So the waiver is to
Waiver.
protect us for a change of mind down the line.
I think so, yeah.
All right. Thanks, Bob.
So what is
So
it?
we need to talk with him first before we,
Jeffrey, do we talk to him or the union?
I think we need to speak with the union and propose, make this proposition and see what the response is.
The union can be on board in the end.
All I know is you're gonna need a full-time.
Oh,
Yes.
I don't
Yeah,
think
the
there's
need is
any
there.
opposition to that, I just, 20K is a risk. and
well, I recommend we table this for a week until we check with the union, or 2 weeks, till the next meeting, till we check with the union.
Right.
Can we do this sooner than later? Can we get this done?
What if the opts not to join the union?
He's still entitled to the benefits of the contract.
I understand that. When I came to the village, I didn't join the union, but I paid an agency fee.
Well, that just changed. That law just
Right.
changed. They can no longer require that.
Right, but what I was getting at is whatever they got, I got, so.
Oh, you mean to remove the position from the union entirely?
I don't even know if we could do that, but,
Something we could explore.
because it never was until we hired Dick.
Is that how,
And then, can't remember, they must have petitioned for Herb or something.
it must have, because it's unusual to have a code officer who's part of the union. That's not typically how it goes.
Put it on for next time, so we
Yeah, or
Yeah,
whenever,
it sounds like we need to
whenever we're
research.
ready to do something.
Yeah,
I
he's.
mean, we don't have, I didn't necessarily need it tonight, but.
No, but it sounds like we need to research the union and figure out how much it would really cost. All right, next item is review the state audit. Did everybody get the state audit? So, did everybody read through it?
Yep.
There's a lot of stuff in there. We did write a response letter. There, let me go over the findings. The key findings mainly revolved around oversight of the clerk's office and really this board having enough information to make decisions on finances in the village. That's kind of what the key, to summarize it. Record keeping was an issue. And reports, really accurate reports. And then the clerk treasurer did not act, surrogate duties. That's hard to do in a three-person office. So we did write a response that we would continue to work with Jan, who I met with last Friday. Jan Knowles, our independent CPA, and she has helped us catch up. Started with Steve May's group. Helped us catch up on the reports due to the comptroller. And she has 16-7, so this report is 15-16. 16-17 is almost done, and then they're working on 17-18, so we're almost caught up. We also, this board here hired, when Candy, our bookkeeper, retired, we hired another member of her staff, Chuck, to help us out part-time in the office, to A, help Jan out with these reports, and B, help the office out, start training those guys, kind of the right things to do. So keeping going with that, everybody likes him, he's doing a good
Yeah,
job. We had a lot of good comments, really. We talked about how to, me and Jan talked about how to better provide the board here with some reports, maybe easier to understand than the treasurer's report, which is kind of, maybe not enough information, but maybe too much information. So we're working on that. I know the clerk's office is looking at new software.
Just don't wanna start until we get things like kinda
Right.
caught back. It's tough on when to start that and when to get it.
You gotta get that put in at the right time.
Right. We put the money aside, so we do have money for software, but now they just have to figure, we don't wanna start until we have good numbers. So,
Right.
Good. Okay.
So the biggest thing to keep aware of on the board is that we have to ensure that, going back to our budget, the money is in the right line item before we spend the money. And if we need to move money from one, like in this case here, the health insurance fund, into the code officer, we have to do that prior to spending the money. Otherwise the comptroller doesn't like us. That's about it.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
On the background on this page,
Uh-huh.
appropriation, 2.9 million, and tax levy 2.1 million? Why are they different numbers? Are they supposed to be different numbers? Did we have $800,000 somewhere?
No, we don't have 800,000.
Well, is that the other revenue we get?
Well, yeah, what we do is we tax about 2.1 million. The 800,000 is on the revenue side, so our total budget's about 3 million.
So there's revenue from like sales tax, parking tickets, fines, code
Chips.
enforcement fines.
Chips,
chips.
franchise fees, so that's the 800,000.
Okay. It just wasn't clear, that's why I
Right.
asked.
Our total budget is about the 2.9 million. Anybody else have any questions on our report?
Just a comment, I think Jan's a good resource.
Yeah.
I think you need to come in.
No, she's been good, she's at the office once or twice a week, and Chuck is there.
I mean, any help you guys can get, I mean, it's good help.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it was a good step that we took to
Yeah.
get Chuck in there.
they're good workers, but the problem is Chuck won't be there forever, so we gotta look down the road.
Right.
Or maybe the new software is easier to use.
I talked to her about future, if we need to start looking at that bookkeeping position, to get somebody in there to, that Chuck can train. And her recommendation right now was to keep it how we have it. And in the future, she can see the girls in the office inputting everything, and then somebody from outside coming in once a month for a couple of hours, just to clean everything up and do reports.
That'd be fine with me. That's good.
That she doesn't see a need for like even a part-time bookkeeper, if everything's running the way it should. So,
And
So it seems the two biggest things, maybe it's not current, are that we don't be moving a bunch of money around without board approval.
correct?
And then the other thing was the thing that we got cited for before, that we have more than one person overseeing.
Correct.
Those are our biggest,
Right. Which are mainly
which we're gonna do.
procedures within the department.
We have more than one person overseeing.
And we already started doing some of that. I know the payment of bills, I go in there and go through all the checks and all that kind of good stuff. Anybody else have any questions? Everybody's good. It is on the web, it's on our website, it's on the comptroller's website, so it's pretty easy to find. Next, truck purchase. A week over there, Jeff?
Yep. Sent everybody the information. Valuable CHIPS money. It's replacing 2 trucks that I bought with CHIPS money.
Are they 10 years old?
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't see anything, certainly, if no one has any objections, I'm willing to make a motion to purchase it.
Yes, this is one-ton dump truck, $54,861.97. And one crew cab pickup truck for $40,201.87. And we get $133,668 in CHIPS money.
What is CHIPS at?
CHIPS is federal highway money. We can either use it for road work or equipment that is used for road work.
Mr. Manican has moved to buy these 2 trucks, I second that.
Okay. So, anybody else have any discussion on the trucks or questions about the trucks?
We'll be buying them off of, we'll be piggybacking on Onondaga's statewide bid, Onondaga County's statewide bid, so we don't have to bid them all.
So vote on the trucks.
Yes.
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 And yes.
Thank you.
Next is the cleaning person. I don't need any more paper. Chief isn't here. We can put this on hold until the chief gets back because we need to investigate the civil service.
Next meeting?
Yeah, we'll move that to the next meeting. That way the chief can be here and we can do some more investigation.
I've got the date entry here for the trade permit.
Oh yeah, let's sneak that in there. We got a parade permit for lights on the river. I don't think there's really a parade, but they do want to close the streets.
And if we pass it, just it's contingent on that they're getting approval from DOT to get the final approval. They have to get our approval, then they send it to DOT.
Right.
So when we pass it, it's contingent on DOT.
Do I need a copy of it?
You want a motion, or is it, you want
Yeah.
to vote?
Yeah, we need a motion and a vote to accept, approve it.
I'm gonna make the motion, although I wanna make it clear that Court Street's not going to be closed except for during the fireworks or not. I just wanna make sure that this is not.
The guy that put this together is the guy that you know is.
Brad Cruz?
Brad
Yeah, I just wanna-
That's, I mean,
So I'll move the application assuming that Court Street's not to be closed except for
Contingent on the DOT.
right.
and
I second it.
So vote.
I'll second it. Did somebody else?
Yeah,
Oh,
second it, yeah.
sorry about that. Yeah,
they got-
yes.
Yes, vote.
Yes.
Rusty?
Yes.
Yes.
And yes.
Rod, do you know who's in charge of that this year?
What's his name?
It's
Bradley Cruz.
Bradley Cruz.
That's
Historical
the
Historical.
And he works at the original,
Yes,
the
the
bar.
bar.
They need to get a fireworks.
Yeah, that's Brad one.
A fire what?
Fireworks.
Fireworks permit.
Right. I'll put that contingency in our thing too. Contingent on fireworks permit.
That was part of the motion.
Yes, I agree. I knew you were saying that, but you just didn't.
Our next item is the minutes from 10:15 and 10:29. Did we get the minutes?
Yep. I've read 10:15 and 10:29, and if nobody has any objections, I'll make a motion to accept.
I read them.
I second that.
Okay, so vote.
Yes.
Carl?
Yes.
Yes.
Abstain.
And yes. So those are approved. Our next item, moving right along, is payment of bills. Gotta read the payment of bills. I went through them. Checks matched the list. I didn't see anything crazy on the list. Anybody else have any questions on them?
Your eyes are on them, right?
Yep.
Good.
Just need a motion to approve the payment of bills.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Vote,
Yes.
Charles?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Next item, moving right along, is department head reports. Jerry?
So the Mason contractors have completed all the brick and mortar work on the 3 pump stations, and now we need to get the roofs taken care of, and I have quotes that I gave to everybody, so CRI company come in at the lowest quote, and they could come in and get on those roofs probably next week. If we can do that, so that was, they would be about, I think, $7,500 for all 3 roofs. The other bid, the middle bid was, would be $15,000 for all 3, and then the last one was right around $30,000 for all 3. So CRI was the ones that did the main plant roof for this past summer.
Okay.
So they did a nice job. So if that's something that we can move forward with and they're okay to do.
Do we have funds in the budget?
We do it as different, he's got,
It's on that computer back there.
you can either take it out of one of his reserves accounts, he's got,
Preventive maintenance.
he's got a maintenance one, still got 27,000 something in that one, so. And like I say, sewer equipment, he's got 127,000, plant equipment, he's got 98,000. And he also has a healthy sewer budget this year.
Right.
Mostly because of the hauling thing, so.
I just didn't know if we had to reappropriate money like the next controller's report.
Yeah, so you wanna take it out of reserve fund, or you wanna take it out of your budget?
Reserve.
Reserve, okay.
So we need a motion to reappropriate, if we award a
And
bid.
how much was it total? 70?
It was 7,500.
From the reserve fund.
I don't wanna get off,
Preventative maintenance.
I don't wanna get off the topic, but, and I know I missed a meeting. And maybe you've already assigned one, if we come up with a sewer committee yet?
So we have the committee. I need somebody to run the committee. Any volunteers?
It won't be me, but it's probably, it's, and I know everybody's busy, but that's just a comment.
But they do have a sewer committee, they have
Yes,
five.
I
The
know,
committee.
so
It's a 6750.
I just need somebody from our board to head it up.
6750 is what it is.
6750.
The 32250.
So it will come out of the sewer preventative maintenance.
Is that a specific type of reserve fund?
And just preventative maintenance reserve.
Okay. Because depending on how it was established, it can dictate how you use the money in the end.
Probably these are so old, nobody's really gotta tell us what they started at. Like I said, we did one like equipment, one for maintenance and one for plant equipment.
what'd you pay the last one this summer?
I think the sewer preventative maintenance, the one for the masonry.
Right. The roof's on the same building, so you're.
So I make a motion that we allocate $6,750 for the repair of these roofs, is that right? And we take it from
Sewer preventative.
Preventative maintenance.
sewer preventative maintenance fund.
And are we awarding the contract in the same motion, or?
Yeah, sure.
And awarding the contract to
What's the name of the
CRI.
CRI.
Who's the low bidder?
company?
Okay, is it okay for one motion?
Can I add my roof to this?
Too much in one motion, or you want?
No,
He wants to double check.
we'll double check the fund and make
Tell
sure.
me
we
the
get-
name of the fund again, please.
Sewer preventative maintenance, 7994.
7994.
If we do get a pinch, Bob, he's got a healthy,
Contracted
he's
service.
got a good balance this year.
Or contingency, so.
Yeah, so but you want, these are the rubber roofs again?
Yes.
It'd be nice to get them done. It'd be nice. So we got a motion.
We got a motion, we need a second.
I'll second,
Yeah, I'll vote.
yes.
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 Yes. Anything else, Jerry?
Yeah, I had a flight pump go bad at the Lackawanna pump station, and the replacement for that, and keeping them all the same and staying with the flight, is going to be a total of $15,417.45. It's a 23 horsepower flight pump, and I know they're expensive, and it's single sourced. I can't get quotes from any other people, because it is single source, but that's, the majority of all our pumps are all flight pumps. So, in keeping it all in that same realm, this is the cost for a replacement pump.
So ignorant question is, probably no used ones around, and it's probably not a good practice to use a used one in that scenario.
A used one,
Yep.
we have no used.
What's the price again?
$15,417.45.
And would that come from the reserve for sewer plant equipment, because that's a sewer plant? equipment part? Different
What's that called?
fund, sewer, that's a reserve for sewer plant equipment, it's more like equipment than anything.
Well, without looking, how much is in there now?
98,000.
And this is something we have to have. We don't have a choice, we have to have this.
Yeah.
What's the length?
They can go 25 years, no problem.
So Jerry, I'm about to move that we appropriate this money. Are you gonna tell us 6 more things as we go along?
No, that's all the money I'm gonna spend today.
I just wanted to know if we're doing it one at a time. I move that we appropriate the money from the sewer reserve plant fund of $15,417.45 for the pump.
I second
Is
that.
that
15,000.
15?
15,
Could you just add to that
Yes.
motion, just a finding that this is single sourced and it's not something that you can go out for?
Yes, I was about to add that, just
I
before you.
I did, I said single source.
Yes, thank you.
Flood pump.
Okay.
No bad.
We do have to check these funds and make sure they're,
We can use that money for it, now he'll have to dig it up as regular.
now, yeah, we'll have to reapprove it basically probably.
Well, he's gonna
So
have,
now let's turn the coin over now. Now, for the month of October, we received approximately 634,000 gallons of septage, which equates to somewhere around $30,000 of revenue, so that's a cool thing.
So I made the motion.
I second.
Okay, so vote.
yes.
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 I will, before I give my guess, just, we're gonna check out.
Yes.
Where it's tracking staff, okay. Then,
Yes.
yes.
so the worst case scenario, Bob, we could come back and say, we're gonna take it, we're gonna order them, we're gonna do them, but we'll pay it for it from someplace else.
Yes.
Okay. On the attorney's invoice.
So
That's
you good now,
what
Jerry?
that's what I think, Bob.
I'm done deal. Oh, you know what I wanted to ask you about? And I don't know if Bob knows anything about the EDUs for Bruce Nelson's
Oh,
place
yes.
on Front Street.
I was supposed to bring that up.
You mean in terms of how they're gonna be categorized for EDUs?
Well, how many EDUs, or do you know if Nate bring that up to?
He didn't, and I don't know, and that's a good question.
Okay,
Something
because
needs to be examined.
my understanding is that there's been temporary COs that's been given and
Yes.
people moved in there, and we don't have anything being charged there yet, and
Yeah.
that needs to change, so.
That's correct. I went there first Friday, had the building open, I took a tour, and I went in one of the apartments, and the lady was there, was renting them, and she told me that the guy across the hall was moving in the next day, so Saturday.
So when
And-
would
and
we
what's
be
going
around,
on.
or when could we?
Yeah, I'll talk to him tomorrow about it.
Okay, so that we can get an idea of where we're gonna stand, because I don't know how they're going to deal with this, public restrooms, you know, and how they're gonna, you know, put a number on the EDUs, so it should be 13 altogether, but yet if they're, you know, utilizing those as public and gonna make a change on that, I'm not sure where it's gonna fall, so. Just wanted to mention that, because that needs to happen ASAP.
Right.
And-
So the gist of it is, there's 8 apartments upstairs, those are easy. There's obviously gonna be 8 EDUs. The tough part is downstairs, there's a bunch of mini stores, and they all share one common bathroom, which is also a public bathroom.
You should have to pay
So how
for it.
did we get to 13, Jerry? From the 8 upstairs and 1 downstairs, how did we get to 13?
I was just looking at each individual
Store, is it?
store,
Okay.
But each store doesn't have water,
right.
This is-
there's only water in the bathroom.
So I stand corrected.
No, no, I just, yeah,
I don't know how you look at that.
So
we talked about that.
guarantee
before.
we're gonna charge them for at least 8.
Right. The question is it 9 or is it 13 or is it 8 or is it?
We had discussed the possibility of forgiving or paying or something for the public restrooms, and we talked
County,
to our attorney about that, and we hadn't come to
Right.
a,
right, the county would, how do I put it? They are taking over the rest of the maintenance of the bathroom, as far as the cleaning and the upkeep of it, which we know from Martin Park is not easy for a public bathroom.